What's a thing that all men do but never admit doing? Well, that's something I'm not willing to admit. I am not going to fall for this. Edit, thanks for the votes. Still not falling for this. P in a completely unexpected direction. It's not that we can't aim, it's just the sights on the gun are just completely wrong. They need calibration in the morning. Realizing that someone was flirting with you like 5 years late. A girl in my class in high school kept telling me that my fingernails were well kept, and using the opportunity to touch my hands and arms. She then took my phone, I unlocked it for her, and went through looking for social media to add her on. At the time I did not have any, so she put her number in and gave herself a name that would imply we were close. It took me 3 years to realize, I still pay extra attention to my hands and nails. A girl I liked that was in my class once took my phone, put it in her bra, and asked me to get it. I thought it was weird. So I didn't. We were, 13. I am never getting over it. Ever. No chance. Edit, and this is now my top-rated comment, goddamn. Thanks, people. I'm glad so many of you appreciate that. Don't be me. If a girl puts your phone in her bra, do get the phone. How many hours of sleep have you lost to this one? I can't count to that many, so I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about your missed opportunity while trying to sleep tonight. Pick up signs but not act on them to the fear of misinterpreting. And then act oblivious. I still do this because there have been times where I've gotten incredibly clear signs and acted on them just to find out they weren't actually interested in me, just flirting for fun or whatever. Then I get embarrassed and feel awful. Just a horrible experience that I try to avoid now. Remember compliments years after they're given. About 12 years ago, one of mate's wives, girlfriend at the time, told me that I had nice toes. To this day, I occasionally look down at my bare feet and think, yeah, Laura, I do. I do have nice toes. This made me laugh a lot. Now I'm going to think of this every time I look at my toes. Tactical wank. When you get older, a tactical wank is waiting a really long time between wanks so you can save that dick energy for your partner. I will value my youth after this. Wanting affirmation from their partners that they are sexy and desired. Read that as parents. Good night. Wanting a hug real bad. We know from Reddit that people pay prostitutes for just hugs. Pee on shit stains in the toilet bowl, efficiency. Ooh, I'll hose that off. That's my cleaning done for the week. Stuart Lee, 90s comedian. Lead lives of quiet desperation. Looking forward to taking a shit so they can be on their phones typing on Reddit. Imagine a million outcomes when a random girl sees us eye to eye. Or plan out your entire life together, how many kids, who'll be best man at your wedding, where you're going to live, what side of the bed you prefer, what meeting her family will be like, all because she said have a nice day after giving you your KFC order. All because she lingered during eye contact for 1.264 seconds. Shaving your pubes at 14 even though no one is gonna see it ever. Small price to pay for hope. Except for the itch. Yeah, that initial itchiness was straight up torment. I'm still reeling over a decade later. I remember when I was like 6 I did that thing where I pushed my dick in. You ever push your dick inwards and then wrap your ball sack around it and make a lil dick pouch? Hashtag X200B, edit, nothing like waking up to suddenly having 9.3k karma and 9 awards. Glad I could share my wisdom with the world. You ever stretch out the scrot foreskin and tap it like a small drum? As a woman, I have never understood the physics of dick and balls. I mean, just how? The amount of things a dick can do when unerected is very fascinating and has no limits. Using telepathy to link a small portion of our minds together so we can reduce the pain of getting our balls hit, by dividing small portions of the pain to any man within a few meters. When you are filmed while getting hit, you can store some pain in the video, so you can share it with people who watch it later. And that's why the film camera was invented. Go over every little minute detail in their heads of the conversation they had with someone they are even a little bit attracted to. The way I raised my eyebrow slightly after asking them their favorite type of cheese might have been a little too much. What a useless, stupid mother ducker I actually am. I deserve to die alone. The pitch of my voice rose by approximately 2.5 nanohertz when discussing my interests, taking it out of the likable range and placing it firmly past the threshold of annoying. My vocal cords are irreversibly damaged, my genes are pathetic and worthless, and my continued existence is a blight on the world. Anyway, I should stop thinking back to first grade and keep looking for retirement homes. I'd cry, but whenever I start falling asleep and someone calls me out on it, it's always my first instinct to deny it. I will be asleep on my couch and my GF will be like, "Are you sleeping?" 100 times and have to shake me awake, and I'll be like, "I've been awake the whole time." Edit. Glad I'm not the only one. Lamau. I do this. One time I started to fall asleep standing at a rave. Everyone asked me if I was okay, but I just kept telling them I was resting my eyes. Are you sleeping? No, I'm sleeping. There are two kinds of man, a man who picks his nose, and a man who lies about picking his nose. Why do gorillas have big nostrils? Because gorillas have big fingers. Put their hand in their pocket to adjust a boner or their balls when they're stuck to their leg. I think there's no problem with admitting this, you just don't want to get caught doing it in public. Grab their own butt to see what it feels like. Someone's got to do it. Wonder if they should go to the doctor, then convince themselves they don't need to. Edit. I went in, turns out I had testicular cancer. Don't put it off. Tell ourselves that having someone who loves us is a luxury. Alternately, tell ourselves that having someone who loves us is a liability. Take longer than normal showers just standing there under the hot water because no one will love you. Shave our mustache down to a Hitler stash for 5 seconds just to see what it would look like out of morbid curiosity. Edit. Kinda sad my most upvoted comment is about Hitler. Finding a really cool rock on the ground, then taking it with us. Fantasize completely made up scenarios where we save the day or win the girl over, etc. For years I thought, am I some kind of egomaniac for doing shit like this? Thankfully I've found out over the years plenty of us do it. Also, as a musician, sometimes while taking a shit, I am daydreaming up elaborate interviews with the press. Yeah, well, I was surprised the Pulitzer Committee chose my album for Outstanding Contribution to Humanity last year. In fact, I was just remarking to my good friend, Paul McCartney the other day. Fantasize daydream about being a hero or making a great sacrifice to save everyone. I used to do this until I got on antidepressants. I just cock and balls in public when no one's watching, at least when we think no one is. That post shuffle eye contact is a little awkward. Edit. Come on, 1000 for each testicle, kingly pointed out by Midogateorcat. Smile and wave, boys. Getting annoyed when you put your dick back in your pants after a pee and suddenly feeling a wet drip on your leg. Talk to themselves. And I always refer to it as we like 'em ducking Gollum. Come on man, we're gonna be fine. Genuinely feels like there's two people in here. There's the internal me and then there's the external me, and they're kinda different. Taking steps back from the urinal to see how much strength we have while peeing. I sometimes watch sad scenes from movies on YouTube that I like and cry. I purposely search for a selection I have, sit there and have a little tear up. Watership Down ending, the end scene from Batteries Not Included, when the robots come back to help the bit in Deep Impact, when Fish and the crew say goodbye to their family's little foot when he is left alone after Sharptooth kills his mum. Artex dying in Never Ending Story, Saving Private Ryan at the end, Lion King when Simba's dad dies. I'm a grown man, married with kids with military service. Perfectly fine afterwards, I just like to get a little emotional, and let it out. It's often about dads too, so I think that whilst I have no issues with my dad, the thought of my children being left alone without saddens me. Anyway, I will never tell anyone this. Edit. Yes, The Iron Giant, Field of Dreams and the wolf scene in Dances with Wolves 2.